I want to make my own small open world game, but the problem is, I have no clue about the programming language I'm going to use. ROBLOX Studio. Yes, I used Scratch for 2 years, so I know quite a bit about coding, but learning a new program always takes time. I'm gonna take you through my journey of how I make my first ROBLOX game, this Devlog series. I started learning Lua, the coding language ROBLOX Studio uses, for the first time like a year ago. Well, I quit after like 2 weeks, simply because I was too overwhelmed by all the different scripting stuff. It was basically my first time I wanted to use a text-based coding language, but now I finally feel ready to learn. Although I'm probably not gonna code a lot in this first episode, I want to start building the map. My plan is to start with the main city today, and this might be pretty random, but I'm starting with a clothing store. I already have this little road piece right here. And this random landscape, I'm probably not even gonna use this, but I'm keeping it. I kinda like the oil rig. So I started with a little base part, and some basic walls. I always use this dummy right here to not completely miss the proportions. I don't want this little shop to be too high. Once I had this basic building right here, I searched for clothing store on ROBLOX. I joined this game and took inspiration from it. Well, not really. I only knew that I wanted to make a section with clothes of a specific theme. Probably like tropical. I want the players to be able to buy clothes and equip them too. I don't know if I'm gonna let the players use their default characters for the game yet. Probably yes. Alright, I made these 2 store windows with 2 dummies in it. I'm gonna put clothes on them in another episode, I guess. I'm probably gonna design most of the clothes myself. I'm not even sure if you're allowed to use the avatar stuff from the marketplace, to be honest. If you know what the guidelines on that topic are, it would be amazing if you could leave it in the comments. Thank you. And make sure to like and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the video so far and want to see more episodes. Alright, I made a bit of interior. I built this clothing rack. And I made the theme-specific wall which I talked about before. I'm probably gonna place the shelf like this. I put some humanoid upper torsos on the wall. I can put shirt textures on them later. Then, I started building the cashier desk, with a custom-built cash register. I should probably learn Blender to make better models in the future, but for now, I'm just gonna make the stuff in Studio. I'm actually not sure how I want to design the shop system yet. There's the normal way of just adding a button that you can click to buy, and it adds it to your inventory obviously. But I could also make it so a player has like a shopping basket and it puts the stuff they click in there. Then, they have to walk to the cashier and pay there. That would be more realistic, but it would also be way more difficult to script. But I could add the possibility that you can steal the stuff and that there's a chance you're gonna have to pay a penalty payment. That would be cool. I went with a green, brown and white color theme in this clothing store. It's pretty nice. I just have to add some lights. I also added this little basket. I can put like water bottles or stuff in there. And here we go, the finished clothing store building. It's quite small, but I feel like it's better if I focus on the not so big buildings first. The larger buildings should probably look better, so I'm gonna have to learn a lot more until I can start making them. Next to this shop, I'm gonna build a little supermarket in a future episode. Alright, let's actually design some clothing. I have absolutely no idea how to do it. But I have Photoshop. That should be enough, right? Well, after a bit of research, I found this. It's the ROBLOX template for clothing. I still have no idea how I should do this. My goal for my first clothing item is a Hawaiian t-shirt. Kinda like the shirt I'm wearing right now. I also found this website where you can download the template of different clothing items. So, I just downloaded my t-shirt. Nice, let's put this into Photoshop. I started cutting out all the colored areas. Alright, I got a black background on one layer, the template on one, and those cut out letters on another one. I don't know if I need them, but they might be useful. Let's put the downloaded template of my current shirt in here, and I gotta say, it doesn't really fit. That's because the creator of this didn't do his job that well. Anyway, I got a basic idea of how this works. I put a blue background in this, so now I have to draw some flowers. I started with a basic white flower shape and decorated it with blue areas. A blue circle in the middle, and I guess that's it. Let's draw a second blossom. This one just white. Yeah, this looks pretty alright. I saw this thingy here on a reference, so why not draw it here too? Now, let's drag the blue background up, since I want the normal skin color to show where the hands are. I did kinda just randomly draw something with a different tone of blue. No idea if that improves it. Now, I just kinda have to spread the two different flowers over this t-shirt canvas. I started with the more detailed blossoms, and then put the plain white flowers. I did try to make some of the flowers overlapping aside, but it was quite difficult to imagine where every part goes on the rig afterwards. Let's put it on this preview website. Yeah, this looks alright, I guess. I imported it into Studio. I should be able to just insert a shirt instance and add the texture onto it. And it works, but it overlaps with the torso. No idea why though, because on a rig I create with the ROBLOX function, it works totally fine. Oops, I just noticed. I forgot to remove the black background. But yes, I can also add this to my own avatar, and it works fine. Alright, back in Photoshop, I removed all the lines and stuff that shouldn't be on the t-shirt. And I removed the black background obviously. Now, I just gotta make the collar. I just kinda drew that one. I don't know if it looks good or not. Now, I had to erase the blue in the collar, since I want that area to show the skin color. And now, let's remove the texture of this flower from this side of the collar and add a white blossom to the other one. Alright, seems good. Let's import it to ROBLOX Studio. Wait real quick, I'ma make one more quick change, and yes, this is way better. Let's go. We've just made our first clothing item. Nice. While recording this episode, I also learned that ROBLOX already has a built-in day-night system. So, I'm guessing a day-night cycle isn't gonna be too difficult. I definitely want to add that. I also followed a basic lightning tutorial and experimented with that sort of things. Now to be honest, I don't see that much of a difference, except that the middle lines are glowing now, but it definitely improved it a bit. I might remake lightning in the future, but right now, I want to make a second small build. I want that there's an apartment on top of this clothing store, but I'm not going to build that quite yet. First, I want to build a staircase for the apartments on top of the clothing shop and the supermarket. It's just gonna be a small building on the left side of that clothing store. I basically just built some basic stairs. There are gonna be 3 apartments on top of each other right here. I don't know if that's too high for this building yet. If it is, I'm just gonna delete the stair on top. I'm probably also gonna add a basement to this in the future. Oh yeah, I made each wall of light to different layers. Each one 0.5 studs wide. I do this so I can make each side a different color. I then copied the lamps from the clothing store and put them in this stairwell. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make this better in the future. But I want to build the apartments first, before I implement too much detail. I think this is it for this devlog. I learned quite a lot of the basics of ROBLOX Studio. Like how the Explorer works, the properties, and all that kinda of stuff. In the next episode of this devlog series, I'm going to start coding. I want to make some trains. Why trains? Yeah, I don't know myself. Just thought it's cool. Let me know if I should add anything else in the comments. Thanks for watching and bye. Subscribe.